The animation begins with a wide shot of the kitchen and dining area. A little kid, around 6 or 7 years old, is playing with kitchen items and pretending to cook. Suddenly, the clock on the wall rings. He looks up and sees that it's getting late and realizes it's time to cook dinner. He turns to grab the cookbook from the shelf, but is confused when he doesn't see it in its regular position. The camera pans down from a high shelf to the kid below. When he looks up, he spots the cookbook, which is placed far out of reach. A close-up shows his frustration growing, and he furrows his brows and frowns. Determined, he tries the first thing that comes to mind. Standing on his tiptoes, he stretches as high as he can, jumping up and down. The clock rings again, and he knows he's running out of time. When he tugs on the shelf, books fly everywhere and topple down around him. The boy is left sitting in the middle of the mess, but at last he has the cookbook. He quickly scans the recipe and the cooking montage begins, but it doesn't go well. He cracks an egg, but half of it lands on the counter. He turns on the blender, but it spins out of control, splattering everywhere. Just when he thinks he's getting the hang of it, the pan on the stove bursts into flames. The kid is startled, eyes wide with panic. The kitchen is a disaster, with dirty counters and burnt food. The kid is shocked and angry that his attempt at cooking dinner turned out so terribly. To make matters worse, the clock rings again, and the kid knows he has failed to make dinner in time. A close-up shows his fresh crumbling. Overwhelmed, he sits on the floor, hugging his knees as he begins crying. The clock rings again. Through the open window, a gentle breeze drifts in. While the kid is still crying in the background, the fresh air calms him down. Slowly, he stops crying. He wipes his face, takes a deep breath, and refocuses. This time, the kid moves with care, and he is able to crack the egg perfectly. With the cookbook beside him, he follows the recipe step by step, learning from his previous mistakes. The ingredients blend smoothly. The food sizzles in the pan as he stirs carefully, watching it cook just right. Finally, the kid sets the table, placing the last utensil. Taking a deep breath, he sets his dish down. Knowing that he has succeeded, a happy smile of satisfaction spreads across his face. The last shot shows the kitchen being a complete mess.